Hello, Greensboro Karate Institute students, and welcome to today's class. My name is Lenny Kaplan, and we're going to spend some time today talking about some techniques that are very basic to our karate practice, namely stances, foot position, and front kicks. So let's start our class. Come to attention, respect, and ready position. Now I'm going to adjust my camera so that you can see my feet. Okay, so at attention position, our heels are together and our feet are pointed out at an angle. When we step out into ready position, we always step out with our right foot. Our left foot doesn't move anywhere. We step out with our right foot. And as we step out, we turn both of our feet so that they're both pointing forward. I always envision myself standing on railroad tracks, and each foot is lined up with the track. And we want our feet shoulder width apart to help support ourselves so that we'll be good and stable. So we won't have a tendency to be tipping over from one side to the other. If we make our stance too narrow, then we're going to not have that same support. So we want our feet shoulder width apart. To step into a left forward stance, we want our left foot in front. We're going to slide our right foot back. Again, using the example of the railroad tracks, we want to keep both feet pointing forward and the same shoulder width apart. So we're going to slide our our right foot back along the track, making sure both feet are pointing forward. Our front knee is bent, our back leg is straight, and our hips are forward so that they're underneath our upper body. I'm going to turn sideways to show this. So our front knee is bent so that if we look down, we can't see our toes anymore. Our back foot is turned so it is pointing straight ahead, just like our front foot is, and our back leg's locked. Okay, let's talk about foot position. When we're doing a front snap kick, the foot position is with the ankle locked down and the toes curled back. Let me grab a stool here to show what I'm talking about. When we're just walking around, our foot is like this. The bottom of our foot is at a right angle to our lower leg. But we don't want to kick that way, because if we do strike something that way, the force of the kick is going to be spread out all along the bottom of our foot. We want to concentrate that area to a smaller area. So to do that, we're going to lock our ankle down and curl our toes back so that we're hitting with the ball of the foot, this bony area right behind the toes. I'm going to turn this way to show it more directly at the camera, like that. So just as when we're punching, we want to punch with our front two knuckles so that all the force of our punch goes into one small area. We want to kick with the ball of the foot. So again, all that force goes into one small area. Also, if we kick with our foot like that without locking our ankle, if we strike something that way, a lot of the force of our kick will go into moving our foot. But if we lock our ankle down so that the bones of the lower leg and the top of the foot are all lined up, when we hit something, all the force will go forward into the target. Okay, so one good way to practice getting this foot into foot position is when you first lift your foot up off the floor, you want to pick your heel up first and keep your toes and ball of the foot on the floor. And then when you lift your knee, you keep that position like that. So let's try that a few times. We're going to stand at ready, step back into a left forward stance, and we're going to pick up our knee, our back knee, waist high, and as we do that, we're first going to sort of peel our heel off the floor, leaving our toes still on the floor. Then as we pick up our knee, we're going to hold that foot position like that. Again, I'm going to turn sideways to try to show that a little better. So as we pick up our knee, we leave our toes on the floor and sort of peel our heel off the floor first. Then when we pick up our knee, we have that foot position established. So let's try that. Let's do some repetitions of that. On each count, we're going to pick up our knee and establish our foot position by picking our heel up first and then the rest of our foot. Ready? 1. And set it back down. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Now we don't want our other leg to be left out, so we're going to switch stances. Switch into a right forward stance. Again, feet are still shoulder width apart, both feet pointing forward. And we're going to lift our knee up and establish our foot position. 1. Now, as you lift your knee up, you want to maintain the bend in your front knee so that we don't rise ourselves up any higher. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. A couple of exercises we can do to help train our foot to get into this foot position. First of all, from ready position, we can simply rise up onto our toes and the ball of the foot and back down again. Rise up and back down again. So let's try a few repetitions of that. Ready? 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Another exercise to help train our foot position. Get on the floor with our feet stretching out in front of us. Get my feet into the picture here. And again, push your ankles forward, toes curled back. So let's do some repetitions of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Very good. Okay, now let's work on our front snap kick. So from ready position, we're going to step back into a left forward stance. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing we're going to work on is the knee lift. We want to lift up our knee, aim at our target with our knee. Establish the foot position, and for right now, we're going to lift our knee and then put it back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, very good. Next, once we have our knee in position, we're going to kick and recoil. Straighten our leg out, striking with the ball of the foot, and then rebend the knee back into the lift position. So from a left forward stance, lift our knee up, kick, recoil, set it back down. Lift our knee up, kick, recoil, set it back down. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Ready position. Now, kicking and recoiling, rebending your knee is very important, because when we kick and recoil and hold this knee lift position up, from there we have control of our foot. We put our foot down because we want to, because we're ready to do so, not because we have to, because we're losing our balance and we're going to fall down if we don't. So by lifting our knee up, kicking and recoil, and holding that recoil position, it gives us 3 options. Number 1, we can put it back down where we just had it. Number 2, we can kick a second time. And number 3, we can step forward after the kick. Again, we have control of it because we have lifted our knee up, kicked and recoiled, and then decided to put it back down. As opposed to just slinging your leg up, kicking the target, and then not having control of it and being forced to let it come down. All right, let's switch to our right forward stance. We're going to lift, kick and recoil, and set it back down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so when all these components are in there, knee lift, kick and recoil, then setting it back down, we have all the components of this kick. So now we're going to take the kick all the way through. Ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch. Again, we want to maintain the bend in the front knee so we don't rise up and get taller as we're kicking. And we want to maintain our foot position as we lift our knee up off the floor. As we lift our knee up, we want to pick the heel up off the floor first and then the toes to establish our foot position. Okay, all the way through the kick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ready position. Okay. Well, this is a very basic kick. The first kick we learned to do when we started doing karate class. But it is the foundation for our karate practice. There are many katas that incorporate this basic front stance and front snap kick into the kata. For example, quick form 1. Once we turn to make the series of kick double punch up the middle, we're using the same technique. So let's recreate that. So let's turn into a left cat stance and middle block. Pick the camera up a little bit here. Cat stance, middle block. Step and punch. Kick double punch. So it's the same front kick we just worked on. Lift your knee up, kick and recoil. In this case, we're setting it forward. We're stepping forward and double punching. I'm going to back up just a bit here. Again, left cat stance. Step and punch. Kick. Set it down, stepping forward, double punch. With the other leg, kick. Set it forward, double punch. Good. Let's do another repetition of that. Cat stance, middle block. Step and punch. Kick, double punch. Kick, double punch. Okay? In the kata Seisan, there are quite a few front snap kicks in this kata. For example, turn and block this way, step, double punch, kick, again, a good recoil, set it back down and punch. So left foot, left middle block, double punch, kick, punch. Kick, recoil, set it back down. Punch. Okay. And in quick form, in attack form 4, or excuse me, in quick form 4, the kicking kata. The first set is all front kicks. Starting from a fighting stance, you slide up in a front kick with the front leg, but you still knee lift, kick and recoil, set it back down. Turn the other way and do the same thing going that way. Again, we're going to lift up our knee, establish foot position, kick and recoil, set it back down. Okay, let's try a few repetitions of that. Left fighting stance, slide up, front kick. Turn the other way, slide up, front kick. Turn the other way, pull back into a cat stance, defensive front kick, same kick. Back leg, front snap kick. Back leg, front snap kick. Ready. Okay, so in this class today, we've talked about attention position, stepping out to ready position, having our feet shoulder width apart and both feet pointing forward, stepping back into a front stance, maintaining shoulder width apart and maintaining both feet pointing forward. Establishing foot position. When we start our front kick, we peel the heel off of the floor first. Then, as we lift our knee, we establish our foot position. Ankle locked down, toes curled back. Kick and recoil, set it back down. Come to attention. Sorry. Come to attention, respect, ready. Thank you so much for your attention. Hope you have a great day.